So right now we are going to have our announcements. We want to have some announcements.
I would like to announce that how can you follow that?
Exactly.
Um, when I met my wife, she had just lost her grandmother, and they said her grandmother prayed like that, and that spirit got passed down. That gift got passed down to her. All right, enough of chit chat. Here's some announcements for us today. Glad to see my friend Terrence. Glad to see brother Terrence. Glad to see all the brethren and sistren. So these are our announcements for February the 9th. Join us for intercessionary prayer. This is for our Wose family and the world in general, Mondays and Fridays, 5:30 to 6:30 a.m. Pacific time. I know it's early, but if you get a chance, come and join us. We just go a little bit over 6, and we recognize everyone on our prayer list, and we continue the prayers going. And you need this Zoom ID or phone number to join us. This will be put in the chat. A Love Supreme Ministry is what our ministry is called. The Women of Wose, WOW, will be meeting Wednesday, February 12th at 6:30 after Black Knowledge Matters. We will have Black Knowledge Matters on Wednesday. There's a question of whether Brother Chika Akua will be joining us, or whether we will be continued in part 2 of our Black Panther continuation that we had this past Wednesday. So either way, come check us out, 5 to 6:30 on the Black Knowledge Matters Zoom. Here in Sacramento, Black History Month Expo will be at Antioch Progressive Church, 7650 Amherst Street, Friday, February 21st, and Saturday, February 22nd. Friday, noon to 5, Saturday, 11 to 5. We are looking for people to contribute to our newsletter. And I know that you all have many thoughts and suggestions. So here, if you would contact Sister Katrina at this website, we can have the newsletter bustling. Our brother John Jackson just completed a book. It's called Thoughts of a Newly Awakened Mind. And you can get it on Amazon and other places. I know that John reached out to Marcus Bookstore, and so perhaps by now Sister Blanche and the Richardson family have that book there for you in the Bay Area. And that's it. So are there any other announcements that we can recognize now?
The Sacramento WOSE meeting is Monday, I think. Is it?
Thank you for saying that. Yes, our elders meeting is tomorrow at 6 on the Black Knowledge Matters Zoom. Even though it's Sacramento elders, it's not confined to just Sacramento elders. If you'd like to join us to contribute or just listen in or make recommendations, let's see. Somebody just put something in the chat. I just saw. Hold on. Let's see. Could I do what? Could you, Hotep, could you please repost the newsletter link? Okay. Yes, I will. I will, Allen family. I'll put that in the chat. All right. Thank you, Sister Saraswati. I see Sister Sabrina has her hand up. Go ahead. All right.
Can you hear me okay?
Yes.
I learned that the Sacramento, for those in Sacramento, the Sacramento Natural Food Co-op for the month of February, if you go there and make purchases, and I hope you do, when you round up the donations this month, go to the Sojourner Truth Museum. In fact, Sister, I can't think of her name, Brother Renee West, she was out front, informing the public. So anyway, the proceeds, if you round up on your purchases, go to the Sojourner Truth Museum this month.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else? All right, Minister.
All right. Give thanks. Thank you, Minister Matep, for doing the announcements, and those who contributed. We thank you, because now we know what it is that we should be doing and what we should be thinking about and what we should be attending. Thank you ever so much. So now we are going to have our affirmations. Our affirmations are done by we always call them the Teasley Youth. This will be Kobiatsu Teasley and Lalanio Thandewe Teasley. And I'm going to move out of the way while it gets put up on the screen so that they can sit in my spot and say that we'll say affirmations.
This is We'll Say Affirmations. We will know God's truth to be free and self-determined.
Creator, help us to remember the humanity, glory, and suffering of our ancestors, and to honor the struggles of our elders.
Let us strive to bring new vision and life to our people. Let there be peace and harmony among us.
Let us be loving, sharing, and creative. Let us work, study, and listen, so we may learn, teach, and cultivate self-reliance.
Grant us power, O Holy One, as we struggle to resurrect our hearts and our homeland.
We will raise our children according to the needs of our nation, with discipline, patience, devotion, and courage. We will strive to be the living models of the new direction of our people.
We are an African people.
We are children of God.
Thank you. Sante Sana.
Thank you so much, Asante Sana, for Lalanio and Kobe for reading our We'll Say affirmations. And those are the things that We'll Say affirms. This is who we are. This is what we're doing. This is our movement forward. Okay, now we're going to have a song. Baba Jeff's going to put up a song for us. And then after that, then he will do our historical tribute. So Baba Jeff.
This is a soul fire production. Soul fire reggae.
Something beautiful's been happening to me. I feel something grand is coming my way. I can see. While I open my eyes and I jump out of bed. That's how I know. Oh. Something beautiful's gonna happen to me. I can feel.
That is such a wonderful song. It just lifts our spirits. I can tell you. Yeah, wonderful.
Powerful.
I'm in Maat. Good day, Jose. Again, it is my honor to give the historical tribute today. The historical tribute is our continuing effort as a community to pay tribute to some significant, not necessarily famous person, place, or event in our history. Our commitment as a community is to keep alive in our hearts and minds at least 7 generations of our story, be reminded that our ancestors and contemporaries did great things when they stayed connected to spirit, and continually remind ourselves that if we did great things once before, we can do great things again. We are also mindful if we don't take the time to honor what we have done, it will be forgotten. It is my pleasure to pay tribute to a most uplifting, inspiring, proud African man and human being. Dr. Kimbwandende Kia Bunseki Fukiao. Dr. Fukiao was born on April 4, 1934, in Manianga, Democratic Republic of Congo. While the available biography of Dr. Fukiao does not provide details of his formative years as a child and teenager, we can look at the social-political environment that likely contributed to his worldview as an adult and his life work. Dr. Fukiao was born during the midpoint of Belgian Congo's colonial rule, which ran from 1908 through 1960. It should be noted that colonial rule began in 1877 as the Congo Free State, controlled by King Leopold II of Belgium, and was then transferred to the Belgian Parliament in 1908. From 16 years old in 1950 to 26 years old in 1960, the year that the Congolese people declared and won their independence, Dr. Fukiao was surely surrounded and stirred by the Congolese national movement, the MNC, led by Patrice Lumumba. At the time, Dr. Fukiao, trained as an educator, was teaching in Kinshasa. In 1964, he returned to his home in Manianga to open a pioneering educational center dedicated to exploring and documenting the deepest traditions of Congo culture. His research at the Institute investigated the philosophy and practices of the ancient Bantu educational institutions. During this period, Dr. Fukiao was initiated into 3 Congolese cultural societies, Lemba in 1964 and Kinkimba and Kimpasi, both in 1966. His initiation into these secret societies would be the foundation for his profound writings on African philosophy and culture. Though it is not clear from the available biographical information precisely when Dr. Fukiao came to the United States, probably sometime in the late 60s or early 70s, he did go on to earn a BA in Cultural Anthropology, an MED in School Administration, an MS in Library Science, and a PhD in Education and Community Development at the Union Graduate School in Cincinnati, Ohio. Dr. Fukiao's impact on the understanding of the African worldview of the Bantu of Congo with respect to philosophy, cosmology, spirituality, health, governance, life, and afterlife cannot be understated. All are discussed in books he's published from 1988 through 2007. In addition to his books were numerous articles as well as lectures and seminars that he gave and participated in all over the world. The following are Dr. Fukiao's primary publications. Kindizi, The Congo Art of Babysitting. Self-healing power in therapy, old teachings from Africa. Tying the spiritual knot, African cosmology of the Bantu Congo, principles of life and living. Mbongi, an African traditional political institution, a eureka to the African crisis. Simba Simbi, hold up that which holds you up. Let's listen now to Dr. Fukiao explain why the dead are not under the earth.
The ancestors are not dead. They are not gone. Their energy is around you. We constantly are being bombarded by that energy. We can listen to it. We can call upon it because it is a living energy, which is that energy we can't see when we die, when it leaves our body. We cannot be unless we are in touch with that energy. We have many well-known ancestors in the world, and the Congo said the oldest ancestor is what? What do you think they say? Huh? Who? It must be a name. Huh? Somebody said it there.
And some.
The what?
The Creator.
The Creator. For the Bantu people, God is our oldest ancestor. Because it is from him or her we are all generated. Mono ingingwa. Mono inginga nginga yanginga nginga 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 I am a seed of the seed of a seed of the seed of the seed of a seed of a seed from a seed of the seed within a seed of the seed of a seed. You are not of today. You are not of yesterday. You are not of 100 years ago. You are the living divine energy that did exist from the beginning of time. Thank you for joining me here tonight.
After battling illness for close to 2 years, Dr. Fukiao transitioned, or as he may say, went on vacation, on November 29, 2013 to become an ancestor. Ashe, Ashe, Ashe.
There in the crying grass, there in the moaning rust, the dead are not under the earth.
Wow. That was beautiful, Baba Jeff. Thank you. I had heard of him, I guess a while ago, but for some reason it's hit different today. So I am very interested in learning more about Dr. Fukiao. So thank you, Baba Jeff, for the historical tribute and playing the song before this with Mama Glow. And we always love her music. And she knows what Wose is about. So when she's putting music out, we are feeling it and I'm loving it. So now we're gonna have another song. And then after that song, we're gonna have the Litany of Sacrifice with Mama Afua and Baba Ed. So first the song and then the litany. Or maybe since we just finished with Baba Jeff going from the historical tribute, maybe we'll go ahead and go straight to the Litany of Sacrifice. And then if there's a song afterwards, we'll play it then. So let's do the litany with Mama Afua and Baba Ed. We'll put the litany up.
Greetings, family. Save us, O Holy One, by your name. Vindicate us by your might. Hear my prayer, divine protector. Listen to the words of my mouth. How can we repay the Holy One for the gifts that have been given to us? We will lift up the cup of salvation and call upon the God of our ancestors. We will fulfill our vows to our Creator in the presence of all of our people. Gladly we bring our sacrifices to you. We praise your name, O Amen Ra, for it is good. Umoja, unity. We shall strive to maintain unity in the family, community, nation, and race.
Kuji Chakalia, self-determination. We shall define, name, create, and speak for ourselves.
Ujima, collective work and responsibility. We shall build and maintain our communities together. Our brothers and sisters' problems shall be ours to solve together.
Ujama, cooperative economics. Together we shall build and maintain our own businesses and together profit from them.
Nia, purpose. We shall make our collective vocation the building and developing of our community and the restoration of our people to our traditional greatness.
Kuumba, creativity. We shall do as much as we can in any way we can to leave our community more beautiful and beneficial than when we inherited it.
Imani, faith. We will believe with all our hearts in our God, our people, and in the righteousness and victory of our struggle.
Ashe.
Most High, you hear all the prayers of our people. Bless this church, bless the families, bless all those that continue to keep us enlightened as we walk on the path of Maat. My prayer, Ashe.
Yes. Ashe, Ashe.
Ashe. Give thanks, Baba Ed and Mama Afua. We thank you so for reading those things for us. And you guys did see up on the screen, there was the ways to, send. And if you go to the website, then you're able to be able to contribute. So now we'll have the song. And after the song, we are going to have our message. And our message is going to be brought to us by our wonderful minister, Imhotep. So right after the song, then we will receive the message and we give thanks for all of those things. Thank you.
Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. If you want to live a good life, the good justice and righteousness, reciprocity and beauty, peace, balance, and harmony is the way it should be. Truth, justice, and righteousness, reciprocity and beauty, peace, balance, and harmony. That's the way it should be. If you want to live a good life, a good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, a good life, the road is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the road is my out. So much trouble in the world today. So many have lost the way. Read, study, listen to the wise. We want to live the good life with purpose and devotion, intentional discipline, with faith and unity, self-determination, collective work and responsibility is the key. If you want to live the good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live the good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the road is my out. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Oh, 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 oh. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, oh. Truth, justice, and righteousness, reciprocity and beauty, peace, balance, and harmony is the way it should be. Truth, justice, and righteousness, reciprocity and beauty, peace, balance, and harmony. That's the way it's got to be. The good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the way is my out. If you want to live a good life, the good life, the road is my out.
Rashid, Rashid,
Yeah.
Hey,
road is my heart.
we love that song.
See you do.
I love it. I love it. I love this music. It's one of those things that is like you just don't get that everywhere.
Rashid.
Don't. The words and the beats and the beauty of her music is just really nice and it touches me and I love it. So that was a wonderful introduction to our message for today and our messenger. So I'm gonna stop talking because I just want to hear what he has to say, what the Most High is given him to be able to share with us. So Minister Imhotep, we are ready for you.
Thank you, Minister Alicia. And Gloria, that was ites. That was top ranking. You know, that was, that was great. Thank you, Baba Jeff, for your coordination during the services today. Thank you, Minister Alicia, for your services and your
Spotlight you.
coordination. What you say?
Spotlight yourself.
Spotlight myself? Okay. Do I need to be spotlighted? You guys
Yes,
want
we do.
you guys want me to spotlight? All right.
Yes, we do.
All right. So, what are we here for? Oh yeah. Okay. So I wanna talk a little bit about Wose basics. You know, just some basics. Wose basics. And I want to talk from Destruction of Black Civilization, the shape of things to come. And I put this picture here. This is a netter Kum, and he's an aspect of Amen. You see, he has the ram's head, and he molds people and things on his potter's wheel. And you see on this potter wheel, you see an African, a prince with a side lock, and it's reminiscent of what Sister Michelle McCummings, Sister Michelle Cummings has in her locks today. And you know, again, it's another indication of an African presence, because only Black people do that, you know. Anyway, let me keep going. So first, a few words about the Super Bowl, because I know that everybody wants to get out of the service and go to the Super Bowl, because there is no white supremacy and there's no racism during Super Bowl time, during World Series, during NBA All-Star Game, you know. So I'm going to hurry up and give you time to go to the game. But I want to say,
take your time.
I
The
want to
racist idiot is going to be there to see him.
I want to say that in Roman times, a satirist by the name of Juvenal said this. He said, "Give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt." Give them bread and circuses, and they will never revolt. And you can see in this picture to the right, on one side is the old Roman Colosseum, and on the left side is like a current stadium where people pack in. And continuing on in that theme, to give them bread and circuses mean to distract people from serious issues by providing them with basic necessities like food and entertainment, essentially keeping them complacent and preventing them from questioning authority. Wow. Is that what's happening? I don't know. Thank you, Sister Glow, for that song on Maat. You know, that's my favorite song of yours. And, you know, Wosei community is a community of the way. The way is Maat, truth, justice, and righteousness. And so when people ask you, what is your belief? What is your faith? Who are you? What do you practice? Say Maat. And then, you know, they're going to say, is that Muslim? Or, you know, they want to be up on it. So you tell them no. And then you can kind of explain just different things about it. Now look at this picture here. This is the judgment scene. You know, we were lied to for, I don't know, 1,000 years. The judgment scene comes from Africa. And they say, I've not committed sin. I've not stolen grain. I've not carried away food. I've not made none to weep. I've not shut my eyes to the words of truth. I'm not a person of violence. I'm not a disturber of the peace. I have wronged none. I have done no evil. And then I found this meme. If I say something good, I'm going to save it and collect it. You know, I might find a time to use it. And so here it says the implications of Maat. What are the implications of Maat for communication and human relations? The aim is communication is always to overcome isfet, that which is evil, difficult, disharmonious, and troublesome, What we observe with the practice of Maat is the inevitability of good overcoming evil, harmony replacing disharmony, order taking the place of disorder. This is the positive view of reality where we know that justice will always rise to the top and truth will outlast untruth. Dr. Obenga gave us the 25 dimensions of Maat. You can find this on our websites. And he has, so on one side, it's a religious aspect, it's a cosmic aspect, it's a political aspect, it's a social aspect, it's an anthropological aspect. And then at the top, there's a sacred aspect, there's a cosmic aspect, there's the state aspect, there's the society aspect, there's the human aspect. I don't have time to get into all of these 25 dimensions. But the reason for me showing you this is that it is all encompassing. But now, just the short answer, what is Maat? Just say, in the individual, it manifests as truth. In society, it manifests as justice. In nature, it manifests as the normalcy of phenomena. The sun rose this morning, it's going to set this evening. You have winter, spring, summer, fall. It's just the normalcy of what happens in nature. So in yourself, Ma'at manifests itself as truth. In society, it manifests itself as justice. In nature, it manifests itself as a normalcy of phenomena. Now, we have these things, and we're talking about Wosei basics. We have these things called the 10 virtues. And you know what? Dealing with our people sometimes, it makes me use all of these virtues. What you say, Makali? Say that again.
Say it again.
Gotta make that effort. Gotta make that
Make
effort.
it play.
Yes, indeed.
Control of thoughts and actions. Really, I want you to all memorize these. You know, we memorize all kind of other Babylon, Isfet. Let's memorize control of thought, control of action, have devotion of purpose, have faith in the ability of the master to teach you the truth. Who is the master? The master is within you.
That's it.
Have faith in yourself to assimilate the truth. Have faith in yourself to wield or carry the truth. Now, 7 and 8 are tough.
Say it.
Freedom from resentment and the experience of persecution.
Especially that one.
Freedom from resentment and the experience of wrong. And in this age of neoliberalism, in this age of Trump, that was his name before his father changed it to Trump.
Trump the dump.
In this age of all kind of Babylon, illusions, delusions, 9 and 10 are really important. This is what you need to focus on. Cultivate the ability to distinguish right from wrong.
Say that.
And cultivate the ability to tell the real from the unreal.
Say it again.
You must have a sense of value. Cultivate the ability to distinguish right from wrong.
Yes.
And cultivate the ability to distinguish the real from the unreal.
Yes.
I see.
You must have a sense of values. So, continuing on, control of thought and action. From that, you derive wisdom.
Teach.
Freedom from resentment under persecution, you derive the virtue of fortitude. I had to look that up. Fortitude, strength of mind that enables a person to encounter danger or bear pain or adversity with courage.
Say it.
Some of the things that we say, people just don't have enough courage. They won't stand up to bullies. And then from the ability to distinguish right from wrong and real from the unreal, you develop the virtues of justice and temperance.
I see it.
I had to look up temperance. We actually have a member. Her name is Temperance. And it means self-control, moderation, and restraint. You know, some things you can do, but then, don't overdo it.
Mm-hmm.
Show some restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Now, this is our first holy book. Destruction of Black Civilization. The ministers of Wosei were availed to the library of the Reverend Dr. J. Alfred Smith of Allen Temple Baptist Church, and they came across this book called Destruction of Black Civilization.
Yes.
And in this book, they came across this thing called the City of 100 Gates. And the African name was Wosei. This is where Wosei comes from, out of Destruction of Black Civilization. That's where you find the name Wosei. What is it? The name itself is the name of the imperial scepter of Ethiopia, a golden staff ribbon with ostrich feathers at the top. That's what this symbol is. It's the Waz staff with an ostrich feather.
I see it.
This is what's weighed on the scale. And it means scepter or seat of authority. The Mother of Cities, as it was called, was one of the chief centers of religion in Africa. The city itself was the intellectual center of Black Africa. It was the seat of learning. It was a seat of science, of religion, of engineering and the arts. It spread across 6 miles on both sides of the Nile. It was called the Beautiful City, being called by more different glorifying names than any city known to the ancient world. From this center of the empire, 20 war chariots could be put into the field. That's why the co-founders of Wosei chose the name for our church, for our movement, for our spiritual center.
20,000 war chariots.
20,000 war chariots. Now I want to put this here. So now when you look up Wosei, you won't see it a lot if you Googled it. But I mean you'll find us, but usually it's referred to as Wasak. And the Greeks called it Thebes, the Arabs called it Luxor, Karnak. And I happened to meet this sister in Yen Yensi. And she has a, what I believe is a pretty convincing study where she's able to take her language, Chitonga, from Zambia and show where the vowels go in the Kemetic language. And so I asked her, I said, well, do you have a name for Wosei or Waset? And she said, yes. She went back and she asked her elders, and she said it's Wasi. It meant of paramount. And then she said Wasutu, of us who are of the light. And then she said Wasitu, of us who are paramount. That's what your church means.
Yes.
We're getting back to basics now.
All right.
And in Destruction of Black Civilization, in the shape of things to come, a master plan, chapter 15. I put that in twice. I didn't mean to do that. This is our freedom writing, sister and brother. In chapter 15, number 4, this is the second half. So what did he talk about? What was the scriptures? Destruction of Black Civilization, chapter 15. Put it in twice. Number 4, and look at this, what he says. He says, actual unity will achieve not by preaching.
That's right. Not by
Pleading or exhortations, but almost unconsciously as people work together for mutual benefit to each other and the advancement of the race as a whole. Meaningful, practical activities which involve even children. Thank you, Alicia, for having Kobe and Lolo give us the affirmation today. Meaningful, practical activities which involve even children in attacking the problems of their race will be the cement called unity. I can't preach unity enough so it'll be achieved by everybody. The actual unity will not be achieved by preaching or pleading or me getting on the ground and doing a James Brown and say, please, please, please. But actually, as us working together for our mutual benefit and involving our children will be the cement that we call unity. What can national unity do? It can influence American foreign policy and actions in regard to crucial matters affecting African nations just as effectively as American Jews can influence this country's relations with Israel. I want to pause right here. Let me end this. So I found this thing from Bernie Sanders. Look at what Bernie Sanders said. He said, now, on top of everything else, we see the blatant racism of the Musk-Trump agenda. As a result of the legacy of apartheid, white South Africans, 8% of the population, own 3/4 of the country's farmland, while black South Africans, 80% of the population, own just 4%. And Musk and Trump are worried about discrimination against white. But see, we need unity in order to combat these things. What can it do? It can influence American foreign policy and action in regard to crucial matters affecting African nations. 2, an overall race organization can deal more effectively with some important problems at home, more effectively than any small independent group can do nationwide. It can carry on nationwide education programs directly into homes, reversing the poor and deprived home's negative outlook to a positive one. See, they're cutting the Department of Education. They know exactly what they're doing. It's in a 900-page document called the Project 2025. We don't have time to hate each other, to fight each other. We have to get together. What can national unity do? It can oversee welfare, the welfare of the race by maintaining a check on the extent blacks are secretly used exclusively as guinea pigs in dangerous experiments by various medical projects. You know what I'm talking about? Anybody know what I'm talking about? It's a book. It's called Bad Blood. That's what they were told in Tuskegee, that they had bad blood. They didn't tell them that they had syphilis. And the thing about that, the cold-blooded part about that is they didn't give them penicillin, and they watched them for 40 years infecting their families. And finally, in 1972, it was somehow revealed. See, national unity could help us being prevented from guinea pigs. What do you think crack was? All right. It can have, on behalf of the race it represents, a central national bank. You think we need that? A central see, what they're trying to do now is get everybody on Bitcoin. They're going to take the dollar down. I know that the dollar is not backed by gold. It hasn't been backed by gold since 1972, when Nixon took it off the gold standard. But it's the currency of the world. But they want to depress the dollar so they can get everybody on Bitcoin. And please don't send me any information. I'm sorry. This is me. This is Mo talking to you now. We need a central bank as a people, national depository. We need central financing agency, national auditing and accounting service, a general insurance system covering those categories where blacks are arbitrarily denied protection or charged much higher rates than paid by black. He's talking about national unity now. These are just some things, and you need to go back and go to chapter 15 and read. I'm just giving you the highlight. The great change in outlook and the new inspiration that would come to black children and youth are immeasurable. Just to know that their parents are engaged in and actively a part of a great movement that will give a new sense of worth and dignity. Sometimes our children don't know what to do because they don't see us doing anything. And finally, and obviously, none of the above can be achieved on a nationwide scale without a nationwide movement of several million members organized as a race, working as a race for its interests as full-fledged American citizens. So the shape of things to come is structured in this way. The Division of Economic Planning and Development, Department for Promotion of Community Cooperative Enterprises, Department of Finance, Banking and Credit Union, the Institute of Technology and Personal Training, Central Office of Accounting and Finance Control, the Division of Political Action, Division of Public Education, Division of community services, the division of youth activities, division of Pan-African affairs, division of intelligence and security, the commission of spiritual life and assistance, ideology, and guidelines. Now, I want to thank Sister Saraswati. Thank you, Sister Saraswati, for making this organizational chart. She made this years ago. I had this big floppy thing I would roll out, and she took one look at that, and she put this together. And this is the way WOSE is structured based upon the plan that Chancellor Williams put in his book, The Shape of Things to Come. I reached out to Babatai just this morning, and I asked him if Oakland had an organizational chart like this, and I'm sure they do. Unfortunately, I don't have it for this presentation. So sisters and brothers in Oakland, look up your organizational chart, but it's pretty much the same as this one. So here, spiritual life and development. What do we have under that? Central purchasing and supply, meditation, arts and healings, ushers. Well, we don't have really ushers. Well, I guess we do sometimes. Ministers in training, worship coordinator, Department of Music. Economic planning and development, scholarship fund, fundraising, treasurer, financial. Reason why I'm showing this is that we need more members. We need more people to get on these commissions.
Do the work that must be done.
And take them seriously. Fundraising. You know we need some funds. And you know what? It's not to pay the minister. It's so that we can do the work in our community.
Say it.
Treasurer, finance. Community development and training. New Life Seminary. Commission of Education Support. 7 liberal arts. 10 virtues. Nguzo Saba. The way, our way. Nguzo Saba. Unity. Kujichagulia. Self-determination. Ujima, Ujamaa, Nia, Kuumba, Imani. I shouldn't be the only one that's memorizing these things.
Yes.
Okay? It does no good if Emo's the only one that can rattle this stuff off. Or Makalisi or Mali. We all need to do this. Okay? Say it to yourself. I'm going to commit for 2025 to know what the 10 virtues are, be able to recite them. I'm going to commit for 2025, be able to run down the 7 principles of the Nguzo Saba and to talk about Maat. Moving on, cultural events and outreach, Speakers Bureau. Yeah, Speakers Bureau. WOSE anniversary, we have 2, one in December, one in July. Kwanzaa, Zamani articles. Well, we don't really have Zamani so much, but now we have a newsletter. Outreach, brochures, and then fellowship, community circles. How did that happen? WOSE started growing at a really fast rate. People were coming from East Palo Alto, San Francisco, Berkeley, Hayward, East Oakland. And so we put together the circles and we put them, we use the names of the 7 principles of the Nguzo Saba. I'm sorry, I'm speaking too long. I know you want to get back to the game. All right. So
No, sir.
Fellowship.
Don't worry about that game.
You know, I'm just kidding. I don't, I don't give a damn about that.
Dear.
All right. I'm sorry. I don't give a darn. All right. So community circles, human resources, to fellowship, circles, community circles and fellowship, and then youth development activities and training. You know what? You know what we're missing? I mean, we have a beautiful school, Ile Day. But you know what we need to have on both sides and all over is rites of passage program, initiation program, youth related activities and supplies, coordinate activities with commission. We've had some really good administrative elders over the years in Oakland and in Sacramento. We have good administrative elders right now. Council business meetings. We need a keeper of the records. And then we have elders at large. I can think of one great one that we have here in Sacramento, Brother Ed. And Ed is kind of person, he catches bunts, pop-ups, flies, grounders, whatever's needed. And then we need support commissions and the CEO. And you know what? We need to change this name, missionary leader. I'm not asking for you to send in a thing right now, but at some point we need to change that name. All right. Well. All right. So.
I see.
We need to get back to basics.
Take it seriously. A to Z.
A to Z. Go ahead, Tony. Go ahead.
Oh, I didn't intend to raise my hand.
Oh,
Since you called on me, I just want to say thank you, Ashay, for that. That, I haven't been joining, but today Spirit just told me you need to be on there, and you have just lifted my spirits and everything. That what you taught today is what I've been longing to hear and see. And so thank you for that. And I'm down for the count.
You know what?
Just tell me what you need me to do.
You know what? You are. And everybody here, as I'm looking, look, Michelle, Terrence, me and him have known each other since San Francisco State.
Yep, I'm ready to be a member.
You are, my friend Terrence. Where are you at now? Where are you at? Take yourself off mute. Okay, you can't take yourself off. You're in the South somewhere. Yeah, take yourself off mute if you can. Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is.
Yeah. Where are you at now?
In Holland, Ohio.
Oh, okay. I thought you was in Atlanta someplace.
No, I'm where it's freezing. It's 30 degrees today, and it's snowing. But that's where I'm at now. I'm in Ohio. So 45 minutes from Detroit.
Ooh, you're cold.
15 minutes from Michigan, and 20 minutes from Toledo. So, I'm in a good area though. I'm in a very old Black-owned neighborhood. Well, populated neighborhood that used to be filled with doctors and dentists, politicians, and all that good stuff. But here's the thing: I caught a cold too, so I may start cracking up in a little bit. But when the parents got older, I have an 84-year-old neighbor, Miss Betty, told me everything. Told me and my wife everything. When the parents got old and they started to die off, the children sold the neighborhood. This where the Ujima, the Ujama comes in, the Ingusu Saba comes in at. They didn't work together. So they sold off the property. So now all these homes that have 6, 7, 8 acres, 12 acres or more with a pond and all that, it's been sold off to other cultures. So now these other cultures came into the neighborhood, and now they're trying to take over and take land and all of that type of stuff. So you're absolutely right. Today was needed, like the sister said. So today was needed, brother.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you as well.
Tony.
Shit.
All right, man. I'm talking about Sebastian. Sometimes we call him Tony. Glad that you're there. Saraswati, your prayer ministry is great. Zarita. Okay, I'm getting a little misty now. So let's extend the invitation to those that want to join. You can step forward now. Put yourself in the chat. Raise your hand. Do something. But we gotta. Babylon is falling and the empire is striking back. Okay. So we need to get ready. We need to get prepared in more than one way. Okay. Terrence Elliott just put his name in the chat. He wants to be a member.
Right.
All right.
Welcome, brother. Welcome.
Thank you, brother.
I should.
And in my mind, you've always been.
You know who's on your side. Which side are you on, brother? Which side are you on? The freedom
Maybe I
side.
need to recommit.
Shit.
I know. I thought he was a member too from years ago.
Yeah, well,
when you were directing.
Well, I took a little hiatus. Now I need to be back in the
Welcome, Mama and Gina here.
All right. Anyone else? I'm sorry, Alicia. Let me stop. Go ahead. Alicia's the coordinator.
It's okay. However, the invitation is coming out and however people are receiving is the way it needs to be done. This is a beautiful service. And thank you ever so much. And welcome, Brother Terrence. We welcome you. And if there's anyone else who would like to join as well that may not have either been gone for a long time or have times when they are here and not here, been long periods of time, welcome back. We have open arms and ready for you. We have a lot of work to be done, so don't just join and sit down. We got a lot of things to do, as Minister Imhotep has said, and has let us know that there's work to be done. And anywhere that you have, if you have talents and things and gifts that the Most High has given to you, this is an excellent place for you to exercise and strengthen those gifts. Right now, I don't see any more, but I am so thankful for our new member / remember as we are remembering ourselves with Asar. We give thanks for that. And then somebody will be contacting you and getting in touch with you so that we can welcome you even further and answer any questions that you might have or anything that you need, Brother Terrence. So thank you. And so now we're going to have Baba Jeff put up Lift Every Voice and Sing.
Wow.
Ashe. I love that. That was beautiful. Thank you, Baba Jeff. Now unto the
Great,
ones who
great.
this faultlessly before the thing on high. Let's empower us, our people, to be one people.
One people.
With one aim.
One aim.
One destiny.
One destiny.
One love.
One love.
One God.
One God.
And let us call upon the name of that one God as our ancestors and our elders have done countlessly for time and time immemorial. Let us all say, Ashe, and as Minister Imhotep says, in our attitude, you are the most beautiful
Yes,
on
indeed.
the face
On
of
the
this
face of this earth.
and thank you ever so much for everyone who has come today. Thank you ever so much for all the people who have put forth their talents and putting on their beautiful African faces today and have played videos and have inspired videos. And Minister Imhotep has given us a thought process to commit to learning these things by memory. And it's very important because that's one of those things that I've been getting a message about committing things to our memories. Because we've gone a long time with these technologies that we haven't had to use our brains when thinking of numbers, when remembering things, we just pull it up. And so Mosiah's been talking to me about that too, about memorizing the things that are important to you, memorizing those things, putting the word within your heart. So thank you, Minister Imhotep. We give thanks ever so much for your words today and help it to grow roots within ourselves so that we might be able to blossom and bear fruit around in this time frame because people are going to need us, we'll say. So we are here for that. We are here for the light that shines in the darkness. So we want to thank you. Minister Imhotep, if you have any closing words.
Yeah, I just put my message. I put a PDF version of my message in the chat.
Ashe.
That we can look at, and we're all on the same team, and we just need to continue to work together. And as I'm looking here, I mean, some of us are not even in the best of health, but we're still trying. We used to sing a song as the Stones of Fire. We will keep on trying.
Right.
You know, we used to sing that song. We will keep on trying. We will keep on.
We will keep on trying. And Baba, guess how many people online today? 41.
Yeah, you know what? At one point there were 44 people on.
I just want to thank everybody who called and checked on Imhotep. And I know that they did the in-person in Sacramento last time. Alicia called worried because Imhotep might have overdone it that first time. But like he said, everybody pitched in, Michelle, Sebastian, and Alicia, and calling and checking Mama and Gina.
Jabari.
Yeah, and Jabari. I mean, and it just gives such joy because Imhotep wakes up at 5 o'clock in the morning. I tell people he starts churchy talking, at 5 o'clock in the morning. He's already churchy,
Tell people.
And till he goes to bed with a book in his hand at night. And so, like, Terrence has been a part of Imhotep's life for over 45 years. So before Wose started, they connected. And when Imhotep turned 60, he was there at his 60th birthday celebration as well. So people who you connect to on that journey, because we are on a journey. Yeah. And, sometimes you got to lift and carry, you look around and see which footsteps are there with you. So, and the future generations. So I just give thanks for Wose, because I know Wose is the bridge over troubled water.
Oh, yeah.
I know Wose continues, as they say, lift Wose. It's our message. It's our power. We know that hearing the music, so the vibration, the sound healings, the word, sound have power. Sister Glow today, that resonated, So I know we're out on time, but I just, I try to stay back so I don't talk too much, but it was, as I say, it was all good, it's all good,
All good.
And the kids, because we say our message, our words, and they should know it without even thinking. We know. Be diligent as long as you live, always doing more than what is expected of you. Amun Ra is the rudder, who's steering us through. I mean, we've got a great history, we'll say. Love you, we'll say. I thought it might have been too much. Imhotep did Black Knowledge Matters, SOS, and then the message. You know, his first full week back from pneumonia. Okay, so.
I see.
And
Great.
production team meeting.
Yeah.
So I hope to see many of you tomorrow at the elders meeting. Sugar D sent out an email, but you can join us on. Just go to Black Knowledge Matters when you get on the website, and it's at 6:00. All right.
I just wanted to add one little thing,
Yes, please.
and that was thank you, Minister Imhotep, for taking us back to the future, returning us to what organizational plan we originally had, and reminding us that we can go back to that and be greater than that. Thank you very much.
Great
you.
message. There's OTEP.
Yes. Yes.
Love you.
You guys are going to start me crying. So go get
Nothing
some.
wrong with crying. Nothing wrong with crying.
Yes, there is.
Men.
I'm kidding, but I really don't want to start crying. All right. Live up. Glad to see Darnisha, Aziza, Chandra, Katabasi, Keisha, Tony, Pretty Tony, Brother Hanif, and Sister Lolo.
Thank you.
Afua, all of you beautiful African people. Whoever that is on Samsung, it says Samsung. Whoever you are, we love you too. All right.
Blessings, everyone.
Blessings. Oh, Betty, I'm glad you got on. That's good. Okay, that's great. AJ,
I'm glad to.
I'll be listening for your bass on the 6th of April. I'm coming to Oakland on the 6th of April. All right. Thanks, Bill and Jeff. Jeff, that was top ranking today. All the music and the historical tribute. That was great.
That's Mama Gloria. Fantastic.
Yeah. Yes, great. Okay, I'm going to sign off now because
Get some sun.
get some sun. I said, as I'm looking at myself, I need some sun.